I'm Kearney. I've lived in Dundee for my whole life. I'm a creative person, but not, like I said to you, I don't really have, it's not a job I have, but I'm just creative in life. I've done a semi-photo shoot type thing on Halloween with my brother and my dogs. We went and done pumpkin heads and stuff like that. And that was the first time I'd actually really properly, okay I say properly, but just had a bit more thought than I want to take a photo. Do you know what I mean? It was really trying to construct it, get the dogs, and and my mum was the photographer. She was like, right, I was telling her where to stand and stuff like that. So it was good, and I really felt myself thriving. I was like, this is so good. Like, I got like a proper buzz from organising it. And I think because obviously it was very chill, I didn't need to do it. It wasn't like, a wedding. So it was a very relaxed feeling, and that's what I miss the most about photography, because all my creative photography would be with people, and the comfort you would get, I would personally get from making that other person comfortable, just makes me feel happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really, I take pride in the fact that I can make people feel comfortable, and I just loved that fact that even though it was my mum, she was still feeling a bit, no. And I was like, do it, mum, go for it, do whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, as long as you get a photo of us, that's fine, and that was the last thing I'd done it, and I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I would love to start doing more. Genuinely, with my mental health started getting bad, like, I've been creative ever since I was a little girl, and whether it be, literal making messy mud shit, like, everything, and at school I remember being really, really into art and really bonding with my art teacher in primary school, should I say. So there was that more of a connection in primary school, whereas when you go to high school, instant pressure, do you know what I mean? You're instantly like made to feel like you need to produce this work, because if you don't, then you don't get hired, then you don't get to college, then what the hell, like, just make it about the art. And there was a couple of art teachers that obviously valued that too, but they were also teachers, they had a job to do, so it just took it out for me, and I continued to be creative in just life, and then I moved on to photography because I felt like that was something that I could put an image in here and create it. And even though you could do that with other outlets like paint and stuff, I felt photography for me was something I was into creative photography, so creative portraiture specifically. And again, like yourself, it was just relying on people, doing all this. And as it started growing, as it was like, I'd done the college and I got my degree, and I was like, shit, this is like getting real, like, I'm going to need to make a job out of this. And that's when it really hit me, because I was like, this is so competitive, like, not that I didn't believe in myself, I do have a little bit of that, modesty in there, but I did believe in myself that I could do this, but my kind of work, like creative portraiture, isn't really high on demand in Dundee. Like, nobody's going to say, I want that photo of that girl covered in chocolate spread on my wall. Like, it doesn't work like that. And yeah, the stress of doing weddings, etc., just made me anxious, and it instantly skyrocketed that anxiety right up there. I feel I've had, like, dealing with mental health problems, it's been like a massive block, and it's something I've never really had a problem with before. It's a massive block for me, and I find when I think about what I want to do, I actually spoke about this to my therapist a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, so what's the problem? When you're getting, your paints out or whatever to paint, what do you think about? And I was like, the outcome. And she was like, well, stop. It's about the process. And I was like, shit, I know this. Like, I know this. And it's about the enjoyment. But I'm not a perfectionist, but I can be. It's so difficult to look at a blank canvas and think, what am I going to do? And then I automatically think of the outcome. So I automatically think of what it needs to be, rather than just going with the creative flow of it. And I found that taking that step is difficult, and doing it, you feel really drained. Like you're like, oh God, like that was so much energy and I've created nothing, you know. And I suppose it's one of those things that people also don't understand, and that impacts your mental health massively. And because we live in a world of, you know, left and right brains, like not everybody understands the create of how that would impact me, to give me depression, should I say, do you know what I mean, and make me sad, the fact that I can't produce something I would love. Because there's nothing, you know, people love praise, humans love praise, and not just humans, dogs, everybody loves praise, do you know, and there's nothing, you know, I love it when you show somebody a piece that you've done and they're like, oh, like I love the reaction. I mean, I hope I've seen good ones. I mean, there might be bad ones out there, but yeah. And just for me, I just think that gives you more motivation, like up here too. It shouldn't, but it does. And yeah, it just really, for me, it's the block. It's like a physical block. Like I feel like an actual brick in my brain. It's like, no, nothing else is happening here because this is stagnant. She's the exact same. Like she's like, I need like a creative community, and it's such an odd thing realising that that's what you need, because we live in a world surrounded by people, and it just shows that you really do need certain individuals to help you thrive. It doesn't, you know, you might not come from here and thrive, you might be joyful in yourself, but it does help when you have other people around you that support that, you know, your thoughts and stuff. I would just do whatever I want, and if people don't like it, then cool, you know. I mean, obviously, if they were to say to me, "That's shit," like, but they don't. And if they were to, I'd just be like, each to their own. Do you know? It is what it is, and anything could be up. Do you know? People are going to look at it completely different. People's perspectives on their self, on life, are completely different from what you're gonna. What is it the same? There's like 8 billion different lives happening right now. So basically the same with art, yeah. Is art subjective? Is that the...
Mm-hmm.